Hello everyone, this is Manoj. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is our second video of our React Redux tutorial series. So in this video, we will discuss about Redux actions. So as you can see on the slide, Redux actions are the only source of information for the store as per Redux official documentation. It carries a payload of information for your application to store. What does it mean? It means once you dispatch an action from your view or from the React application component, so actions are something which holds the information like what you need to do, all right, what you want from your store. So this is the information which an action carries, and it put that information to your reducer, and based on that information, then reduce commute to the store. So actions are the only source of information what you need to perform or what you need from your store. All right. So this is about actions. So now let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So as you can see in the previous video, we have created some folders, actions, components, reducers, and store. So now we will create our actions for this video. So go to your actions folder, right click on it and click on new file. Let's create a file index.js. So in this file, we will create our actions. So the first of all, we will define our actions. So let's say we will use a kind of product information in this particular series. So the first action should be add product. Let's use uppercase. Also, the value should be add product. Now, the second would be const. This is should be in lowercase. So delete product. So these are two actions. All right. Now we need to export them, and we also need to provide some logic on it. So export const add product, and it will take a name, the product name, and it will return, or it will also have a property of type. So the type is something what kind of or what is your action name. So that name would be held by this type property. All right. So in our case, we are performing this for add product. So the type should be add product, and the second property should be name. So name is coming from this name, and we will also use a id property. So id will be auto incremented. So for that, math dot random. All right. So this is for add product. Now similarly, we need to create one action for this delete product. So same way, export const delete product. And as we all know, if we want to delete a product like in React, in .NET, in Java, in PHP, or even in the backend like SQL, Oracle, all right, we need a unique ID. So because based on a unique ID, would be only able to delete a product. We cannot delete a product on a common kind of property or common value. So in this case, we will use a ID which would be a unique ID, and then in this case the type should be this delete product because we are into a delete product, and ID should be which is coming from the front end, or you can say from the parameter. So we are done with our actions. So as you can see, we are only doing two actions. One is for adding a product and second one is for deleting product. So to add a product, we first parameter should be what kind of action you are performing. So the first parameter is type, which is holding a information add product. All right. The second, this name we will pass from the React component, or you can say from the front end, and this ID should be auto generated. This is a method. This is a JavaScript method. So it every time when you hit this particular method, so it will generate a auto incremented kind of ID and it will assign to this particular property. So this is for adding a product. Now comes to delete product. Basically, to delete a product, we need a ID which should be unique. So we will pass this ID from the front end. Now, in this particular method, we will use type as a delete product, this one, and ID which we are passing from the front end. So based on this particular ID, we will go to our state and check if this exists, then we will delete it or we will leave it, and rest we will provide the other data or other state or other information. All right. So this is about how we can create actions in Redux application. If you want, you can also create other actions. You can create n number of actions. One thing I need to point out here, you can see the action name and the action method. You can say I'm using a same kind of naming convention. So I recommend you to also use the same kind of naming convention. Otherwise, it will create confusion and you could make mistakes in it, and it will, you know, take your much time to perform or to learn Redux. All right. So it is easier and it is beneficial to use same names for action names or and the action method names. All right. So this is about the actions in Redux. So this is about today's video. In the next part, we will work on the reducers. So this is about today's video. I will like it. If you did so, hit the like button, share, comment. And if you need any kind of help regarding this video or previous video or my other videos or content, so you can connect me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is open programmer. You can also find this in channel description. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.